and play the pool shot. And after hours we would come back and see the band. Get down on our knees and smoke 2 cigarettes to their head. Make the best of that night. Tomorrow we might be dead. Make the best of that night. Tomorrow we might be dead. Make the best of that night. Tomorrow we might be dead. All of the kids and all their friends are suicidal. All of their mothers and their fathers bought the rifle. There's nothing to do but sit and lay out in the sun. I want you to see, yo, come and see what we have done.
I'm Dominic, I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Steve, I play bass. Joe, play drums.
Me and Brent Reynolds, who is the 4th member of the band, who's not here currently. He's the keyboard player and co-producer of everything. We started making music together, I guess, in like 2010. I would go to his studio and he works like really weird hours. He works like 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Well, I like totally threw myself into his world and we made this record together. Joe played on like a lot of the record, and then the more we started playing out live, the more we became a band. We've known Steve for a long time too, and Steve started playing with us. And so when it came time to record this new record that we just finished, it was a completely more collaborative situation. With the last record, it was just kind of like trying to just get like a bunch of songs that sounded cool together. And with this record, I thought about how all the songs could connect with each other, like lyrically and like thematically, before we like got in to the studio. We have the song we played today called St. Tom's. It's all about going to shows at this church that was called St. Tom's. When I was like 15 and I was growing up here, they had like another building that they would just let people throw shows in. And so for a long time I was like bringing all these bands from the city up to play, and there'd be like this little element of like, all right, this is a little uncomfortable. Like maybe someone would take a cross off the wall and start playing their guitar with it and throw it on the ground, and like the youth minister was trying to be cool with it, and I was like just excited that it was like, that I could like, you know, have like weird bands from the city come and play. And then one day I think I missed a show and it was on Valentine's Day and someone just got naked and ran around, and then that was it. I thought about that a lot because I thought about like, it was like crazy to sort of like create this weird like have this like weird sort of like freak counterculture thing be in this like religious space as well. That was the jumping off point for all the songs on this new record.
And all of the kids and all their friends are suicidal. And all of their mothers and their fathers bought the rifle. There's nothing to do but sit and lay out in the sun. I want you to see, oh, come and see what we have done. I want you to see, oh, come and see what we have done. I want you to see, oh, come and see what we have done.
We all met at university. The three of us met at University of the Arts.
In Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia, yeah. And it's a jazz school. It's a traditional jazz school, but a lot of it was based on sort of the 20s to early 60s form of jazz music. So a lot of bop, a lot of Charlie Parker stuff.
You could say we went to college for Charlie Parker.
Yeah, I went to Charlie Parker College.
One of the greatest things about that school is that it's every art. It's photography, painting, bookmaking, sculpture, and just, I would play music with a lot of the art people because the art people were a little bit more free. They were like, well, I play like my own way. I learned myself. I just play weird shit and doing weird experimental music, I was in a bunch of classes where people were like, why are you here? Your music student? Like, what are you even doing
You were like,
class?
that's because the music students are like frat boys, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Sorry.
The music students would be in the art classes being like, because we had some required classes about, like we had a class called Modernism that was about just general modern art in to the 20th century. And most of the music students that were in there were like, this doesn't inform my playing. How does this help my playing and my scales? And I was like, well, I mean, there's life too, and there's history too. All these things are very important in music, I think. I just felt like, I had come from just playing in, rock and punk bands in New Jersey, and then kind of just tried to, get all serious for school and try to like, okay, I'm really going to learn the shit out of this instrument and like, be really proficient. And then when I was done, I like kind of didn't want to play that much anymore. I was kind of burnt on it. Playing with these guys is just kind of like, it just made me feel like how like I used to like when I was younger and just like being at shows all the time, with like-minded people. You know what I mean? It just kind of felt like, okay, now I'm back to like to what it was like, what I kind of originally wanted to do.
Did you hear that it was safe to romanticize addiction? All the wandering eyes, taking all your stories into fiction.
The song is called Don't Trust the Sad Boys. We played it at a show in Virginia, and someone like tweeted one of the lyrics, but they tweeted it wrong, and so I changed it forever.
Heavy off the road, what did you want, a big parade? All I want to disguise and find another voice that I can change. Or was it my mistake? I don't wanna ever feel ashamed. I don't trust the sad boys. I don't trust the bad boy.
Sad Boys is really great, at least for me, because it like immediately snaps me back to when Dom and I were first playing in bands together. It's like 6 years ago, and I'm in a basement, and it's just like a party. Like when you see a band, even if that night like the singer's voice is fucked up, or the guitar's out of tune, or the drummer is like too drunk, like if the energy of the collective is right, the show's still gonna be fun to see. And I think that's something that we do pretty well. Not that any of us have those problems all the time.
I think we all have those problems sometimes.
From time to time. But yeah, I think that's one thing that we have consistently is the ability to just like be in the moment for 20 to 30 minutes.
Did you want to entrap me? Did you want to distract me? It's okay. It's okay. I wasn't doing anything anyway.
I mean, like, I used to get in trouble in old bands I played because my shit would break constantly. I would break like 3 strings and keep playing. Like, that's like what I'm interested in.
The guitar's missing a string today.
I played this. I played this session with 5 strings because I didn't want to put a 6th string on it. I wanted to see what would happen. Generally, like the element of chaos in the live setting is what I am interested in. I mean, I want to hit people with that with loud guitar, and try and get them to understand what I'm talking about.